Hello, welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. My name is John Singletary.
And my name is Ramon Roan.
Back today on fairness, being fair to yourself. We're talking about North Charleston again, and what we're going to do is, as always, we're going to take it even though it's a local issue, and we're going to stretch it so that it becomes a national initiative in terms of trying to be fair to yourself. Recently we talked about the $37,000 that the mayor spent of taxpayers' dollars on his son's yard. Today we're here to talk about the Lamb-C community. It's an initiative for the community, and recently they will be given $4 million to distribute throughout the community, and it appears that what's happening is the mayor wants to come in and commandeer the funds that are going to predominantly African American neighborhoods in an effort to redeploy the funds to something else. We've got the article here. It lists the different communities. Which communities they do?
The communities are Akabee, Shakora, Cherokee, 5 Mile, Howard Heights, Liberty Hill, Union Heights, and Windsor Hill. These are all predominantly black communities. It says here at Thursday's meeting, there was no discussion of the transfer of funds or responsibility from the MAC, but most of the players involved, some who will remain anonymous, insist North Charleston officials led by Mayor Boss Hog Summey have an agenda that includes redirecting the Lamb-C mitigation funds. That's $4 million.
$4 million. Now the president of that Lamb-C organization is
Raheem Kareem. That's him? Okay.
And he needs help from the communities. What he's trying to do is he's trying to make sure that funds already allocated to those communities are not redirected without any type of input from the community. Those are dollars that ought to go into your community, $4 million worth, for improvements of some sort. And it's just simply not right, it's not fair. And this is what I'm talking about when we say being fair to yourself. Show up at that meeting and demand that those funds be given to the Lamb-C project and that the mayor's hands stay off of it. Otherwise, you may end up spending another $37,000 in shrubbery someplace.
That's right. Also, the fact that they're going to be displacing, if that $4 million don't get there, we're talking about displacement, predominantly black neighborhoods, they'll be gone. And and we don't know where you move. They're going to move you out of Keith Summey's. Keith Summey's trying to whiten North Charleston. Okay. And here's the thing, that we continue to re-elect Mayor Keith Summey. And Mayor Keith Summey is not doing, please, if there's something that Mayor Summey's done for black community besides the entertainment that he does on election time when he comes to sing to the black church, I don't know.
But he forgets how to get to the black church when it's time for
city contracts.
For the city contract.
That's right.
Now we're not going to get into details of it. We know he gives a breakfast every month for
them fat pastors.
For the pastors. Now
I was going to say something fat something, but I am not going to do that.
Breakfast is good. I like breakfast, but I pay for my own.
Right.
The other thing is that we're going to reveal from the budget some other issues, and just to give you a heads up on one of them is that every month, not some months, but every month, he takes city funds and pays for utilities for a church.
Just one?
Not once have I ever seen the utilities paid for an African American church.
He only does
every single time it's for a church that is predominantly white.
Is it now? Does he go to that church?
I don't know. I don't really know where he attends church. All I know is that the funds are going to churches that are not African American. Now, we're not going to want to make this a black-white issue. We're just going to tell it like it is. Call a spade a spade. And in this case, the facts bear out that he is not paying for utilities for an African American church. So we're not making we're not making it a racial issue. The facts bear out that he has made it a racial issue by refusing to be fair in the distribution.
Well, John, I must kind of like disagree with you on this.
All right.
In every equation in the United States, race is always a factor, man. Come on now, tell the truth, Jim Dell. Every issue, I don't care what it is, it's race has a part to do with it.
Well, America.
He's given to a predominantly white church, probably a white church.
Well, I mean, I can understand to some degree your point. I don't agree with it wholeheartedly because even when we disagree, it's not a race issue.
No, it's a conservative against Obama issue.
Yeah, but listen.
So that's a different story.
The Gore and Bush, that was a discrimination case.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Please.
it was a 1983 discrimination case between two whites.
Okay, I thought you
And
were
so
going to talk
it wasn't a
about
race issue. It wasn't a race issue.
Okay,
it was a discrimination issue.
Don't call my boy slow.
But I'm just saying that there's some issues that may not be race, but when we take a look at the Constitution for the United States, we have to clearly remember that the Constitution was not written for Indians, Hispanics, no African Americans, not even white women. Mm-hmm. It was written for a specific segment of the population, mm-hmm. which is white males only, mm-hmm. no one else. Mm-hmm. And so America is built and divided from its Constitution. So from that standpoint, I can see where you're saying that race plays a large factor in most decisions in the United States, and that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But not because we have made an issue of it. We simply are revealing what's there.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you brought up the Bush and Gore issue because I didn't know about the 1933.
Yeah, it was a 1983 discrimination.
But the better one won. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm glad it wasn't Gore.
We want to talk about thievery. Let's go on and talk about fairness. Be fair to yourselves. And when we say that, what we mean is stay informed. And it's not going in and taking. It's making a conscious decision. You can be fair to yourselves by voting when you vote for someone who is looking out for your best interest. When an administration has habitually and continually made a pattern and practice of not treating you fair, then you need to stop voting for that person. Mm-hmm. Because it's not going to change.
Not going to change.
It's not going to change. No. This has been another edition of the Naked Truth. Make sure you go to www.jfrinc.org and we will see you at the next edition.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to this channel. You also support us in that way as well. May God bless you, and until the next time.